And the yoga gives a better knowledge of the person to you, or gives the patient better knowledge?
In general,
Oh.
yoga.
Uh-huh.
Yoga, right, yoga sees a human being the most beautiful way imaginable. I said earlier, we started talking, who are you?
How does yoga see a person?
Well, I have a body, but I'm not my body. I have a mind, but I'm not my mind. I am Atman, the soul. This is who I am. What is Atman? The child of Brahman, God the Creator. That's how it works.
And when patients connect with these ideas, you find that it
No,
helps
they
them?
don't have to connect to these. That's not what I teach people. I don't talk to people. But I treat them in a different way.
How does this different way work?
You want to start a practice?
Yes, the idea of the person that you meet with being a giver, and you helping them find how they're going to give.
That's right. Simple.
That idea, can you talk or
Mhm.
speak about that idea?
Well, you said it right. You expressed it correctly. What else can I tell? Can't add to it.
Well, when I was working with you,
Mhm.
you did tell me the ideas, and I did connect with the ideas.
Mhm.
And a few moments ago I started to say when patients connect with these ideas, and you said they don't. You don't explain the ideas. You
That's
just
right.
you use the ideas to treat the whole person.
That's right.
But when I was working with you, you did tell me the ideas.
Well, remember, you're a different person.
Right.
I don't treat everybody the same way.
Right. Of course.
There are always exceptions to every rule. As a rule, yeah, but there is a rule which I developed myself, but I don't follow it all the time. If I don't have to, I don't follow it. It was easy for me to work with you for this reason, because you're a different man.
Okay.
You're not just an ordinary U.S. citizen.
Right. Well, so
I don't treat people as though I knew how they worked.
Mhm.
I don't really know how they work. I don't know how they think. This happens. My basic approach to people is pretty much the same. I want to find out how they think, what's going on, how they operate. And if there is an improvement I can offer, I do that. But it's not the same with every person.
right.
So what has it been like for you to live the life of a yogi? I know after you took up your practice and...
Well, it's the best way to live. Simple. Really.
Well, what does it mean to live the life of a yogi?
Well, you always have to remember who you are. Always. And act accordingly.
So a yogi remembers who he is and acts accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Can you transmit this understanding of who a person is? Can someone work with you and come to this understanding and assimilate it?
Not very many people.
Why is that?
I don't know. Human nature, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
And what is the role of detachment?
Well, it gives you proper perspective.
Wait,
Knowing who you are.
Understand their
Well,
true
it
identity.
depends- It depends, first of all, what a person means by the soul. Atman.
so maybe we can start from a beginning and start from your encounter of yoga. And
Well,
what
yoga is quite explicit on the subject of human identity, who the person is. What is a human? We have a body, but you're not that body. You have energy, but you're not the energy. You have a mind, but you're not your mind. No, you are Atman. This is who you are. Which is beautiful, but it's very difficult since Atman is unknowable. But what is Atman? Atman is a child of Brahman.
and how
Again, Brahman is unknowable.
how does one begin to understand that one is Atman?
Well,
And
what does Brahman do? Ah,
Hey there.
just in
Oh,
time.
Doing the filming here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for the note.
Okay. You'll have a couple people coming through shortly.
Okay.
All right.
We'll interview them. Get them
Good,
all
that's
ready for
always a-
you.
All right. Sounds good. Okay.
Brahman creates. Brahman's creation is has no beginning and no end. Brahman creates one universe after another, according to yoga. There never was the first universe, there will never be the last one. Since I am, according to yoga, a child of that God, I also have a power to create. Except that God's creation is unlimited and mine is definitely limited, but what that limit is, I don't know. Nobody knows. Unless you bump into it. Then you know.
How did you start in the path of
Oh,
yoga?
Master found me. That's all. Master was supposed to teach a European. He taught 14 Indians, but he had a 15 and number 15, the last one for him was a European.
That was given to that was a task that was given.
Yes, his master gave him that. And his master told him that, oh yeah, so he said that this was 1937. And 1937, people in Europe already knew there was going to be a war.
Mm.
So he said, so my master was telling me this story. And he said, well, so I thought, and his master had ascended. So he said, if my master knew there was going to be a war, he never would have told me that. So he's sitting, meditating, and something makes him open his eyes. He opens his eyes, his master is in front of him. And he said, of course I knew there was going to be a war. Pack your bag and go.
That's exactly why he told him to go.
That's right.
What's the most important thing one human being can do for another over the course of time?
Yeah. To give.
There you go.
Well, of course, you knew it all along.